Good day, everyone. You're welcome back to week 4 Teletech Data Analysis class, where we are going to be creating powerful dashboards using Excel. Once again, I'm Mrs. Sonia Aketunde PK. This week, we are going to learn how to turn raw data into meaningful visuals and to also build an interactive dashboard where you'll be working on professional dashboards from sales data. We are still on Excel, so let me show you how to bring your skills together for the capstone project. Because after this 4 weeks training, you are going to work on a capstone project, which will test your practice and your knowledge about what you have been learning since the first week of this training. So, how do we turn data into insights? The first one is through data visualization, which will help you to present your information clearly and more visually, and to help to identify some trends and patterns as well as outliers from the data sets you are given. The main goal here is to make your data easy to understand to your audience, so that they'll be able to know the audience are policymakers, so that they'll be able to know where to come in and where actions are needed. Now we have some charts via the dashboard. We have some types of charts and when we are to use those charts. First one is a column or bar chart where we use it to compare categories. Line charts helps to show trends over time. We have pie charts which helps to display proportions, and we have combo chart as well which shows relationship between data sets. So we are the one to determine which type or which chart type you are choosing for the specific data you are working on, which will assist you to choose the clarity and among the complexity of your data set. So I'm going to show you how to work with those charts now with the data sets we are working on. So before we go into the data visualization with the different types of charts and diagrams, we need to introduce what we call a pivot table, whereby we summarize our data sets into a meaningful like summary. We give it a perfect summary. This is how you go about pivot table. I hope you can see my Excel sheet now. Just click on insert. Like you want to analyze the whole of this data now. It might not be possible for you to do the analysis straight like that, like visualization, without just summarizing it into different categories. Like this gender now, we can insert a pivot table to present it in a more meaningful format. Okay, so insert pivot table, and this is where you select the range of your data set. Automatically, the range has been selected. Can you see this? So just click on OK. Then it will give you this overview. So these are the research questions we would like to work on. This is the workforce demographics data, and the live question is what is the gender distribution across the company. So if you want to know the gender distribution, there are two ways to that. Is either you use a pivot table, just click on gender and drag it to wherever you want it to go. Can you see this column? Can you see now? Can you see that it has automat- automatically given me the analysis here by just dragging this gender. So it's either you drag the gender to this side as I've done here to the column, or you drag it to row. See, I already dragged it to the column here, but I will prefer it to be in row so that the table would be well summarized. Then you drag the same gender to values. Can you see it? It has automatically summarized the table for me. This is telling us that from the data set, I have 11 females and I have 14 males. Can you see this now? So if you now want to visualize this, it is best to visualize this using a pie chart. So just click on insert as well, then insert chart. So but before you insert, you need to select the cell you want to work with. Just gender. Then this is the count of gender. Then insert. Which chart do you want to insert? Click on this chart, then click on pie chart. Can you see this now? Can you see that it has automatically created the pie chart of the gender distribution of the customers we are working on? So this is how to edit your chart. The chart element, you want the title? Yes, we want the title. Just click on the title. And this is where you edit your title, gender distribution of customers. Okay, so that is done. Then what else would you need? You need your data labels. This is data labels. Once you tick your data labels, it automatically inscribe the values of the number of each of these sections there. So then you can move here as well and select your desired style of the chart that you want. Can you see this now? Can you see this? Do you want this to be outside or inside? So I want my own to be here. So that is perfect now. Then we can go back to our data set. Let's go back to our data set and insert another pivot table based on the research questions we are working about. We are working with how is age distributed among employees? Can we find our average, minimum, maximum, and the age groups? Can do that also through pivot table. First means of doing that is by the manual calculation that we did the other time. So like where we calculated the maximum, the minimum, the average, and everything. So you can do it manually as we have done on Excel on the second week of our class. But now, if you want to do that through pivot table, this is how to go about it. So just select the back to the sheet for our gender distribution. Okay, so this is the sheet and this is the count of the gender. Then we want our gender to want to report the maximum and the minimum of the gender. Drag the gender again to this place. Then automatically is reporting for count. Then go back to this place. Click here. Can you see where I clicked? The drop down, then value field settings. Click on it. Then what do you want to report? Do you want to report the count or the average? I want to report the average of each of the gender. So click on it. Can you see that? Okay. So just Control Z back to it. Because cannot report the average for this one. So you can just click on this and for count of gender two, value field setting, want maximum and minimum. Let's see if we can do for maximum or minimum. So it's giving us 0 and 0. So just Control Z and leave it here. Then take this back to where it was before. That means we are going to do that manually from this sheet. And this is our age column. So to report for maximum and minimum, I would like to introduce the new rule here for maximum, minimum, then average. So now you want to call in your maximum, just equal to max. Max of what? What is the maximum of? But don't forget that this our age, it is a categorical variable. It's not a numerical variable. So it will be very difficult to get maximum, minimum, and average. You can only estimate for your maximum, minimum, and average when you are working with a numerical value, just like this column now, just like this age column. But that is why our pivot table was giving us some errors, because it is a categorical variable. So you cannot get average, maximum, or minimum. So that is our questions. This question is just for you to explore and to carry out your research and see if they are actually achievable or not. So what is the marital status of the distribution? Now back to our data set. Where is marital status? This is marital status. Back to your pivot table. Insert pivot table. The same sheet, yes. Then marital status. Drag your marital status to the row here. This is marital status. Drag it to the row. And can we say we can drag it to the values as well? Let's see, yes. So see what is it is reporting for us. Is it the count or what? So let's see the options in the first sheet of marital status. The marital status that we have here. We have single, widowed. So this is counting the number of singles we have as customers. It's telling us the number of widowed customers that has patronized that store. Do you understand now? So let's go through the results again. So sheet 4. Marital status is telling us that 13 customers are actually divorced. Out of the total customer that has patronized the store, 20 are married, 21 are single, and 26 are widowed. So with this simple summary, we can create a column chart to see the distribution. So this is a column chart. Can you see it now? So just to represent what is in the table. Can you see how simple it is? So it's not, you don't have to just um you don't have to start by summarizing everything here, by analyzing everything here. So you can just do it with the help of your pivot table, and you start your editing, edit the total, click on this place and select your desired one. One thing I want you also to notice is that your colors must be consistency. You have to use a consistent color because of the dashboard we are going to work with at the end of this training, at the end of this uh, lecture rather. So if we are working with blue and white here, just make sure the color for the other charts should be the same with the color you have already chosen. So this is where you select your color, but I would prefer blue color. So just select. I want the color to be a monochromatic color so that to be very consistent. So I've chosen this color for my gender distribution. So my marital status should also follow the same color so that your dashboard will not be contradicting each other. Thank you. So what is the next research question we are working with? This is the marital status. How many dependents do employees have on average? You can do that from the side as well. So back to second one. So how many employees are in each department? You can also summarize that with the help of a pivot table. So you can edit this and type and name it marital status. So you can name this gender. So this is data, and we want to know the employee how many number of employees we have in each department. So we have departments here. This is our department, and how many employees do we have in each department? So this is employment status. This data is telling us about the employees that are working in that store. Rather, so let's summarize this by department and have the count of the number of employees in that department. So we go by setting pivot table, the same range that we are still working with, and number of employees. So for you to trace it easily, that we should want to check the name for the date of employment. Okay, this is employee ID. Okay, so you can sort it with employee ID or their name. Can you see this? But the question is saying that how many employees are in each department. That means we are going to sort by department. So back to sheet 5. We want to sort by department. Thank you. So I've seen department. Drag it to the row. Can you see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? We have 6 departments in that company. So just drag this to the values as well. Can you see it? Count of departments. But we are not working with count of departments. This is the count of each department. We want to work with count of employees in each department. So We want count of employee. Can you see it? Count of employee ID. This is telling us that we have 16 employees in finance, we have 8 employees in HR, and so on and so forth. So now we can do something else with this, and that is where we have a combo chart. What other thing can we do with this? Let's go back to our data set to study the data very well. We have sorted it by department, then we can now sort it by age as well. Woo! So back to sheet 5. Now you can sort by age, by gender rather. So let's drag gender to this side. Can you see this? Control Z. Can drag the gender to row so that it will sort. Hey, so this is where we are going. This is male and this is female. This is telling us that out of the total employee in each department, we have 9 finance that are male, nine finance employees that are female, and we have 7 that are male. So this one has already tried to broken it down for us. So if you like, you can drag the gender to columns. Can you see it? Male, female. Yes, this is telling us this is male, count of employee ID, female, and this is total. So we might just remove this count of department because we are not going to use it. We are working with count of employee ID. So just drag it out. Can you see it now? So this is what we need. We now want to draw a combo chart that would contain the department and the gender together. So just highlight everything here, then insert. What do you want to insert? We want to insert charts. So this should automatically suggest the best chart. Can you see that that's suggested a clustered column chart for both? This is a combo chart that is showing us the distribution of the departments by gender of the employees. Can you see this now? So I already said the other time that I want my color to be consistent. So I'm going to change the color to be a monochromatic blue color, to be a shades of blue, so that when I want to design the dashboard, it will be very, very consistent. So now the next thing is to edit the title, the everything. So this side is for gender. Can you see the drop down? And this is for department. Then let's do one or two things before we move to the dashboard. So back to the research questions. Which job titles are the most common in each department? Can we take a look at our data set once more? Sheet 1. So we have job title. And the question is asking you which job titles are most common in each department. Now, we want to take a look at two things here, department and job titles. So once we are done with that, you'll be able to identify which of the job titles are common in each of the departments. Can do this also by inserting your pivot table. Set your pivot table, the same range, okay. Automatically to create a new sheet. Can you see this for the pivot table? Then job title and department. Which job title are the most in each department? So we are working with job title. The first thing is to drag your department to the rows, then job title to the values. Can you see this now? But the question says which job titles are most common in each department. So that means we are dragging our job title again to the row so that you will see. Okay, yes. Can you see this now? This is finance. This is finance department. We have analyst, coordinator, executive. So now, which job title is the highest in each department? So in finance department, we have 6. We have many executives. We have 6 executives, which is the highest. In HR departments, they are all equal. We have 4 job titles there, and there are 2 to each. So there is no one is not much than the other. So back to IT. We have three officers, which is the most number of job titles there. Then marketing department, we have executive and managers to be four each. So that is how data analysis works. So if you want to edit your pivot table, now just click on the table. Can you see that it has brought this? So I want to suggest that okay, you can drag your job title to the column so that you have a long so this has well summarized it. So this is department finance, HR, IT, marketing, operations, sales, and this is the each of the job titles that we have in this department. So when looking at this table, it has already summarized what we need. So looking at this table as well, you can just use it to create a meaningful chart from your pivot table that will just summarize, then insert. Once you click on this chart, you can as well click on any of this chart now, but once you click on this chart, it will automatically summarize the best chart that suits your table. Can you see this now? Can you see this now? You can also choose bar chart. So this summarized its best. Insert again. Can we use an area chart, bar chart? Pie chart will not be the most. Okay, but once your category is getting more than five, so I will not advise to use pie chart for it. I also use this one too is not so very well advisable to use. Is that you use a column chart like this or a bar chart. So this has summarized it well. But don't forget my color. It has to be consistent. So you'll be passing a very meaningful message to your audience. Okay. So how many analysis have we done now? Gender, marital status. We have done distribution of the employee ID by gender and the okay, and as well this the number of employees in each of the departments. Now, can we do one or two more? Then we get our dashboard from here. What is the average years of experience by department or job title? Yes, we can also do that. Years of experience. So just go back to your sheet one, click on your data, insert your pivot table, the same range, click on OK, then years of experience by job title. This is our years of experience and job title should be colon. Can you see the job title? Then drag your years of experience to values too. So you can the job title should come to the roles and the years of experience should go to values so that the data will look more activating there. Okay, sorry. So just drag this out. Don't click and drag it or you control Z. Okay, so your job title should come to the role and the years of experience should come to the values. Because yes, so this is the sum of years of experience. But the question says, what is the average years of experience by department or job title? This is the sum of years of experience by job title, but we need the average. Average. Don't forget, just click on this drop down, value fit settings, and click on average. Okay. So this is average years of experience by job title. I also do that by department as well. Just drag your department to the rows or you drag it to the column. Control Z. Yes, can you see this now? So let's visualize this using our charts. So which insert charts and we insert pivot charts automatically it has suggested the best chart that suits this data for us. So these are the types of charts that you can. This is a combo chart, clustered column chart. So you can click on this, and don't forget our column. So this is error bars. Do you want error bars? No. Do you want the data table to be presented? Do you want it or not? These are the labels. The labels will make it rough, so you don't need to include it. This is the title. You want to include your title. This is the axis. You want the axis? Yes. Trend line. Do you need it? It's not necessary. Then this is the color.